It's interesting that we always learn about technology. It's our
Yes. Yes, it can be a bit stressful at times, that's for sure.
so sorry, you guys just have to concentrate in our voices.
Yeah. Yeah.
So my question is, we are in the end of a spiritual season, and all the systems will crumble. Health system, educational, financial, and organized religions also will crumble. And I think the organized religion is the one that's bring me more concern because it's really people look out for their religious leader like an example and to really identify themselves and move forward. And when they realize that those relations didn't have their best interest, and many of those figures that they have as an idol were not really what they supposed to be or they thought they were, people go crazy. What I usually try to tell people is that connection with your divine that you get through that person has nothing to do with what that person does or doesn't do. So that connection is for you to keep, but I would like to have Jesus talking about the crumbling of the organized religion
Okay.
and
Okay.
what people can do after they really feel lost.
Okay. Let's see what he says. You are blessed beings indeed. I am that one that you know as Jesus. You have a connection with the divine every single second of every day. It is your guidance system. Your guidance system lets you know how you're feeling. Your guidance system says, yes, I want to go to dinner with that person, or no, I don't want to go to dinner with that person. People think they don't have guidance. You have guidance all the time. You have not been allowed to come down into separation without guidance. What your religious structures have taught you is you don't have guidance. You need us to guide you. So, what we want to remind you of at the end of this spiritual season is that the ascension is evolution. So, humanity is evolving out of separation into connection, into a relationship with themselves and their inner guidance, which is given to you by the divine. God is not separate from you. God is within you. God is you in the sense that you are made in God's image. You are creative. You are loving. You are the most wonderful beings. And why do you think so much effort is put into dumbing you down? Why is so much effort put into entertaining you, distracting you? Because you have within you everything you need. The kingdom of heaven is within you. It is not outside of you, and you do not access it through anybody else. If you have a teacher such as this being is offering a ministry that you can follow, it is teaching you how to know thyself. It is teaching you how to interpret your guidance system. It is teaching you what is important, how to become happier, how to become more peaceful. It is not about judging you. It is not about scaring you with threats of fire and brimstone. We are telling you, if your mind is untrained, you are going to struggle because your mind is being trained by the system. You want to own your own mind. You want to train your own mind because that is how you create on this plane. You create through your own desires, through your own emotion, through your own focus. But most people hand that job off to some form of authority, whether it be religion, government, doctor, whatever. You've had some very interesting experiences in the last few years of what can happen when you just do as you are told. So this is part of the ascension. This is part of the evolution. And for those beings that are deeply indoctrinated into religious structures, they are going to have a more difficult time than those who are less indoctrinated into religious structures. But it is not anyone's job to worry about the entire world. Your job is to do your practice, because your practice will affect your world. Every person, place, thing, and experience that you are having is going to be affected by your practice. A Course in Miracles was brought through for this time because it was known in advance that it would be your minds that would be weaponized. Your minds are weaponized by constant commercials about how beautiful you should be. Your minds are weaponized by violent movies, by violent television shows that focus on death and destruction and car accidents. Your minds are weaponized by horror movies that make you afraid of spirit. Your minds are being weaponized against you. And this is why people are afraid of communication with spirit, because for centuries they have been forbidden. In fact, for centuries, you would be killed if you communicated with spirit. You are still in a recovery phase from those terrible, terrible practices of the Catholic Church. You do not have to figure this all out. But if this message has come to you, if you are listening to this, if you find A Course in Miracles on your bookshelf or a friend gives it to you, that is a sign that now is the time. So if you are hearing these words, now is the time to begin the course, to double down on your practice, to read the books that this being has penned. They have all been brought through her to make the transition from ego to spirit less bumpy. You are exactly where you need to be, but we want to remind you everyone else is exactly where they need to be too. If they have come to the end of their spiritual season and they are encased in ignorance or smallness or fear, they have to be given the opportunity to break free at the end of the spiritual season. Do not underestimate the power of the ascension process, and do not take onto your shoulders, dear one, responsibility for everybody else. Do your practice, share what you are inspired to share, extend the love that you have for humanity through the offerings that you have, and you will change many minds indeed. But it is not your responsibility to save the world. Remember, the world is illusory. Death is an illusion. You are all sacred spiritual beings who exist forever and ever. Amen. Do not believe the lies of the ego that the world is going to collapse in disaster. Understand that for decades, A Course in Miracles has been working on the minds of many people who have become teachers, and there are millions and millions of people around the world teaching these teachings, and they will be ready, willing, and able when these huge shifts on your planet take place. Everyone has a guide and teacher. Everyone has communion with spirit. Everybody knows how they feel. They have been conditioned out of it. And so this is a reclamation, if you will. The end of a spiritual season is a reclamation of your true nature. Humans are beautiful beings who are made from love for love, and they are guided by love. And that will win out in the end. I am that one that you know as Jesus, and I will speak to you again soon.
Wow. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I know you have an appointment, so I'm not going to hold you too long.
Yes, I do have an appointment.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much, Tina, for coming. And I
Okay.
look forward to have you back.
Okay.
I saw some questions, but thank you everyone that's watching. Hit the subscribe button if you so wish. And next time, Tina will come and will graciously answer some of your questions.
Yeah.
Today was more for us, each one of us, learn more about Tina's life, Tina's work, and this
Yeah.
beautiful human being that's really dedicating her life to help us feel better. That's what we are here for. Learn how to have a happy dream, that sacrifice is not necessary.
Yeah, yeah. And lucky for us, Jesus is a prolific producer of information. So do go watch some videos and put judgment aside for now. I know that channeling Jesus is a big thing to believe in. Trust me, when it first happened to me, I was not that excited about it because I was scared of what would happen to me. But nothing bad has happened to me. Only good things have come from his teachings. And that's what you can count on, is if you listen to them, you can hear the love in his voice, you can hear the care he has for us, and he wants us to understand how this all functions and how the world functions. And it makes life so much easier. The ego in control is chaotic. Jesus in control is amazing. So be brave and listen to a few videos, and you'll find yourself feeling a little bit better and curious, perhaps, about the rest of the work. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you, everyone that's watched, and hope to see you again for the next podcast. And you have a chance to ask some questions to Tina. Thank you, love and light to all. I just ended the
Okay.